Hey, how's it going? It is stay-at-home dad Brian here. With me is a cup of coffee, and welcome to Stay at Home. I think this is something I'm trying out for the name of this thing that I'm doing here. Stay at home. It's Stay at Home with Sad Brian, stay-at-home dad Brian, and today is Miyazaki Monday, where we talk about Miyazaki movies. This is the fourth Miyazaki Monday that I'm doing. My first one without my son Quill, so if you were just watching the other ones to see a baby eat a DVD box, then I'm sorry. But anyways, so yeah, I just watch one of these movies every week with Quill. Like normally I can watch like 20 minutes at a time before he kind of like gets distracted and run off. And it's a good way to like have a little bit of screen time with him, but not too much, because we normally just watch one of these movies a week, and then we watch the new Muppet Show on Disney Plus on Friday. So a little bit of screen time, but not too much. So anyways, yeah, Howl's Moving Castle. I am going to watch this week, and I'm going to talk about 4 reasons why I really like this movie. So one reason I really like this movie is my wife Emily got this for me as a present when she went back to work 3 or 4 weeks ago. This would be the 4th week. And that's like so nice. I mean, she's going back to work and she gets me a present. It's just something to watch with Quill, because she knows I like to watch the Miyazaki movies. So, I mean, already I'm just gonna love this movie. That was so sweet of Emily. So that's one reason. 2 reasons why I really like this movie is I think just in terms of like how it looks, like technically, I think this is like the best Miyazaki movie I've ever seen. There's so many cool things about the animation in this movie that I've never seen anywhere else. It's the best blending I've ever seen of 2D and 3D animation. Like the way the ship looks, it looks like, if you're into like Monty Python at all, it looks like one of those old Terry Gilliam animations, but like more sophisticated, just in the way like how detailed it is. Like, yeah, like the moving castle and the ships, they just have this look that's just like, it looks like those, yeah, it looks amazing. And throughout the movie, you can just see it. It's like, you know, this was made in 2000, this came out in 2005 in America, I think. And so that was kind of like really the height of Pixar, and the way that 3D world gets blended together with the 2D world is awesome. And also, so some spoilers, the main character, like what happens in the movie is the main character, she gets a curse on her where she turns old, and then throughout the movie she's kind of turning young again, but it's not like all at once. And so they do this, there's this thing with her face where like she's slowly aging backwards throughout different parts of the movie, and it's like so detailed and subtle, and like it's just great character animation, great 2D character animation like I've never seen before. So yeah, just technically this movie is amazing. So the 3rd reason I really like this movie is there's something going on in the story where there's this guy, this guy, Howl, and he is sort of like this fantastical, magical man, but then he starts to like turn into a monster throughout the movie. And watching it, I kind of related to it personally, you know, thinking back on my life. So when I was 18, I had a friend who took his own life. And that affected me in a really big way. And like, I had trouble like processing that and grieving it. And then, you know, years later, when I was 28, I'm 40 now. So when I was 28, I decided I'm gonna write this like screenplay about what happened to me with my friend. And, you know, I got into my head that it was gonna be this like big tour de force, and it was gonna be like my masterpiece. And I just got into this headspace where like I let myself get really depressed and I let my entire life just kind of like fall apart. I did a lot of damage to a lot of important relationships at the time, and in the end, I finished the screenplay, but I didn't even know like what to do with it, you know? So kind of a roundabout way relating back to the movie where it's just like, you know, I think as an artist, sometimes you want to be this magical, fantastical being that everybody loves, but in the end it winds up like turning you into a monster and you wind up being alone and pushing everyone away. So yeah, like I said, a little bit of roundabout way to like bring it back to myself, but there's a lot going on with the story in this, and I've only seen it through one time, just kind of like little bits and pieces elsewhere with Quill. So I have to learn, I think, yeah, there's a lot going on I need to watch again and take in. And the fourth reason why I really like this movie is Christian Bale is in it, and if you're a fan of the Christopher Nolan Batman movies, he's the voice of this guy, and then when he turns into a monster, you can hear him like go into the full Batman voice. So you might appreciate that if you like those Christopher Nolan Batman movies. This came out, so yeah, I don't know. I think this probably came out also like right before those movies came out, 2005? I don't know. Anyways, Howl's Moving Castle. This is probably one of Studio Ghibli's biggest movies, so if you've heard of Studio Ghibli, you've probably heard of this movie, but it is really fantastic, and I'm going to watch it this week with Quill. So yeah, that has been Miyazaki Monday. I'll put a little link down in the description to like a trailer for this movie, and you know, since I brought up you know, a friend of mine took his own life when I was 18, I'll put a link to like a suicide hotline. I think that you know, when you're having those kind of thoughts, just talking to a professional can really help. So yeah, that's important. I just wanted to bring that up. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a great rest of the week. I'll see you tomorrow, and yeah, goodbye.